Hiya, it is Jimmy here. Some of you may be new to my channel, some of you might be my friends. Hi! Well, anyway, hi, I'm Jimmy. I'm a FTM, transgender, trans male person. So today we are here to talk about what you shouldn't say or do to trans people. Well, firstly, the most obvious thing is don't be transphobic, don't be an ass. That should be obvious, but to some people it isn't. We start off with something that some people may not find that offensive, some people do, but anyway, are you a girl or a boy? Well, some people might think that, well, this isn't a bad thing to ask. It might not be to some people if you're afraid to that you're offending someone by asking that. You should ask that, okay, well, what is your preferred pronouns? If you're afraid to ask that, just listen how other people refer to that person, especially, well, for example, that person's friends. How they, this isn't really a question, but it's a comment that some people may say. You can't be this gender because you do this. I've heard this comment way too many times. Like, for example, I can be a man because I use makeup. My walk is too feminine. Or one of my relatives has actually told me that, well, I can't be a man because I sit like a woman. And when I talk, I move my hands around, so apparently that's also makes me a woman in some way. Okay. There are certain stereotypes that if you don't meet them, if you're a trans person and you don't meet those stereotypes, some people may not take you seriously or invalidate you. This applies to cisgender people. Like, if there is a cisgendered dude and he doesn't fit into certain stereotypes, some people may consider him gay, or some people may consider him bisexual, or just something. It's an annoying fact. You don't have to change your mannerisms or hobbies or yourself in general just because you identify as a certain gender. Are you sure you're not just insert random sexuality here? When I first started to come out as a trans male, some people asked me that, are you sure you're not just a lesbian? Gender and sexuality are different things. Just don't assume who someone is attracted to, like based on their gender. I never said that I liked girls when I came out as a transgender. They asked me that if I'm a lesbian, but I never said that I liked girls. I mean, I don't even know what my sexuality is. Have you had this surgery? None of your damn business. I don't think you would like me asking about your genitalia or like if your boobs are real, because that's rude, obviously. What is your real name? Okay, so it should be kind of obvious that this is offensive, right? By real name, most of the people refer to your birth name. My birth name is not my real name. It is not part of my identity. It is just this random name on a paper. It is not my name, and I'm planning to change it. It is part of my past. If they, for some reason, if they tell that name to you, however, it doesn't give you a free pass to use it. This isn't really a comment or a question, but this is like a really huge no-no to me personally. This is a huge pet peeve to me. If you know someone is a transgender, don't buy them clothes that are meant to the gender they were born as. If you know someone is a trans woman, don't buy them men's clothing. Or if you know someone is a trans male, don't buy them women's clothing. because very, very, very most likely it will cause them dysphoria and a lot of discomfort, and that is not something you want to do. Well, it doesn't matter who you are, if you're a relative or a friend or anyone, it's just because you're part of their life, they clearly care about you, and if you give them something that makes them uncomfortable, they might not tell you. They might pretend that, hey, this is a cool gift, and then you wonder that why don't they use that piece of clothing, because they don't feel comfortable in it, so don't buy them. Unless they specifically tell you that, okay, this piece of clothing right here, it looks cool, I would like to wear it. And yeah, if they do that, sure, go for it. If you want to buy them something, go do that, but otherwise just don't do it. Last question we have here that I think all trans people have heard at least once in their life. What if you change your mind? First of all, gender is fluid. Sexuality is fluid. Some people may know, like, from the start who they are. They might know what their gender is and what their sexuality is, and they are sure about themselves. Some people may not be sure. Some people may figure it out later, and that's completely fine. And changing your mind is also okay, because when we grow up, we experiment with a lot of things. And okay, well, if someone comes out to you as homosexual, at that moment, they are not thinking about, like, they are not thinking that they are going to change their mind later. So respect that. But if at some point in their life they come to you and are like, okay, you know what, I might actually be bisexual, there's that. Just live it be, because it shouldn't affect your life if someone tells you their gender or sexuality. It's their life, let them live it how they want to live it. I think those are most of the questions or comments or things you shouldn't tell, ask, or do to transgender people. Most of these are actually based on my own experience, so I'm not speaking for all trans people out there. I'm just telling how I feel. Oh my god, I'm seriously... It doesn't take long until the quarantine thing is over and the restaurants and bars actually open. It's going to be like 13 days and I get to go drinking with my friends. Make sure to go check out my... I can't snap my fingers. Make sure to go check out my REDBUBBLE shop. There are lots and lots of pride related stuff. Yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Oh, bye bye.